Hi everybody, I'm finally back from my trip to Thailand. I cannot wait to open this up with all of you. This is the blooming Mega Spacemolly 100% series that were released around the world, right? So these are released in different countries. This might be the hardest series that I started collecting because they only release specific flower-themed molly for 100% in different countries. So you cannot get all of them at the same time. It's not a full set. You have to either trade it with someone, or if you have personal shoppers, they can help you find the other ones from other countries as well. These are my first four. I had prioritized these 4 different flowers. And then I have some that's coming in the mail. But as you can see here, they are gorgeous. And I cannot wait to see the detail of each one of the Mega Spacemolly 100% along with the rocket ship. This is so exciting. Hi everybody, welcome back to Pop It in Person, where we unbox and review, ta-da, Mega Spacemolly, any blind box item, and explore luxury goods whenever we can. Wow, this is a hard to find items, you guys. Especially because I just came from different countries, and to be honest with you, you will not be able to get them directly from Pop Mart even if you're in the country of origin. Like, you have to either go to a storefront because everybody had already purchased the limited quantity that they had sold out. So in front of you, you're going to see Rose, which is from Pop Mart USA. So I did get this during the release. I have Peony, which is China. I have Mongwa, which is Korea, and then I have the Thailand version, which I got from my trip, which is Orchid. I cannot wait to see the detail of each one of the 100% inside the rocket ship. So let's go ahead and start. So let's start with Rose, which is USA. This kind of reminds me of Miss Universe, right? So like every country have their own flower. So Rose is going to represent USA. This is red and kind of like a black color. So I cannot wait to see the detail. But before we open it up, let's just check out how the boxes are made. So this is kind of like, you know, the 400% where it shows a side view of Molly. This is kind of like that, but like a semi side view of Molly along with the ship too. So I cannot wait to see what that looks like in person. And then of course we have, you know, the QR code here to look for authenticity. But again, I'm not concerned about any of these because I did get them either directly from Pop Mart, or I got them from my trusted personal shopper, which they know that if they trade or they got it from another, you know, country, that they are directly from Pop Mart. So I just wanted to make sure that you all know that. So let's see how this is. So they are sealed. So I have to take out that seal first. So let's go ahead and start. And then I guess you open it from the front. Because this one, okay, I think you do have to open it from the front. Okay, so I'm putting it a little bit diagonal because you can see my reflection from the plastic and I don't want you to be distracted. So there's actually a pull tab, like 2 pull tabs in the front. So do you guys see that? So there's 2 pull tabs that you can just kind of like pull the actual molly. There you go. Oh, look, what are these? It comes with a card. Okay, so the inside of the box have the rose on each side, and then there's a background. So I kind of wonder if they expect you to actually display it on the box. Oh, cool. And then it comes with a card, so, and also sticky tapes. That's interesting. So let's just see. I'm actually planning on getting acrylic boxes for these, just because, you know, I don't like cleaning. And if they're in the boxes, at least I only have to clean the box. So this is kind of cool. So it comes with a background card. So if I have to put it in the acrylic box, I guess I can put this on the box itself and then the Molly 100%. So that's what it looks like. How cute is that? And then it tells you what it is. And then, of course, we all know this is Kenny's work and Pop Mart collaboration, right? So that's what it is. And then the rose symbol. How cool. So that's cool. And then they give you this like sticky tape. I'm pretty sure it's because they want you to display it without having to like, because it's spring. There's a spring to it. So maybe they don't want it to fall. I don't know. But that's cool. So that's what it comes with. Okay, so now I can't wait to see like all of the other ones. Okay, and then these one, I'm trying to figure out how to open. Okay, so there's seal on top. Okay, so let's figure this out together. Again, this is my first one. What? Okay. So the second, third, and fourth would probably be a lot quicker. than the first unboxing. So just bear with me here. Okay, so this is what it comes with. That's the box. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so, oh my gosh, Pop Mart with all of the sticky tape. Seriously, man, their packaging department is legit. Like, no joke, A++. But their quality department have to improve, especially on the Monster Labubus. Like, seriously. But their packaging department, pretty amazing. Okay. How cool is this? Oh my gosh. So this is our first one. This is Rose. Wow. So there's a rose petal right here, and I told you that it's spring, so it actually moves like a rocket ship. This kind of reminds me, I don't know if you guys have them, but like you put a token in, and then as a child, you go inside and kind of like ride it, right? Like, do you guys remember those toys? Or not toys, but like the rides that are like everywhere in the mall. So like you put a token in and then you go inside and then you ride. That kind of reminds me of this one. So this one has a black and red gradient. And then the back, let's look at the, stop, look. It has a spacemolly right there. Oh my gosh. And then again, the rose symbol. How cool. Actually, I would prefer to display it going to the right, but then it sucks because you can't see the petal on her suit. Okay, so anyway, because I would want to see the rose. Anyway, okay, well, very cool. And then let's look at Molly. So she actually has this foam that can keep her standing up, but let's see if you remove, oh, look! So if you remove it, there's actually this indentation that you can put, I don't know if you can see it properly from my lighting, but there's like an indentation that you can put her feet on. No, so you don't need, okay, so you don't need this. I was planning on keeping them. You don't need them because there is an indentation. And then look at the inside. It actually looks like there's controls of the rocket ship. Shut up. That is super cool. Okay, so you guys know I'm from engineering, so these things really gets me excited. Anyway, let me try to see if I can get a stand so that you can actually see the full thing. So 1 second. Okay, so that's a lot better for you to see it. So anyway, that is what our first one looks like. I'm gonna take off the visor plastic because I think they're all different color Molly. So what I'm gonna do is I will take Molly out. We're just gonna put the ship aside and then look at what they all look like. Okay. Oh my gosh, I should have put gloves, you guys, because your fingerprint will be everywhere. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So the visor itself, as you can see, is red, but when you put it up, her eyes on this one is kind of like dark, super dark brown. She has the signature mold, the lips. Her facial tone is the same as all of my other 100%. All of the mechanical features are moving just like any of the 100%. And again, you can see the patch here is a rose petal. And then when we look at the back, it also says rose on the back of the helmet. That is super cool. And again, the A and B canister is not just a plain canister. It actually goes from like a lighter red to a darker red to brown and black. So that's pretty cool. And the details that you're not gonna see from the box. This cable that goes from front to the back is actually metallic. So it's not just painted red, but it's like metallic paint. So that's super cool. Stop, this is so awesome. And then let's look at her camcorder. This is the camcorder it comes with. So again, it's the red and the black. Stop, and look, it has the rose detail on the camcorder itself. This is one of the most detailed 100% that I've seen so far. Okay, so no wonder they're quite expensive, right? And also hard to get. It is so hard to get. I mean, I was in the country of origin for all three of these, and I did not get them in Pop Mart directly because they're all sold out. So they have the displays at the store, but they're all sold out. Stop. Look how cool. And that's just our first one. Okay, I cannot wait to open up the other four. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's go ahead and unbox China. So Peony, I believe, is China. I really have to like create a cheat sheet for these, right? So this one is my favorite flower in the world, honestly. This is my favorite flower in the world. My mother-in-law loves this flower too. This is the peony. They're very full flowers, and they're actually known in kind of like the lighter ballerina pink peony. So I think that's one of the reasons why they picked this color, like kind of like the pink. So I cannot wait to open this up. The side view is also very beautiful. And this one has a little bit more different color inside. So I cannot wait to see that. Cool, that's what the box looks like. So let's go ahead and unbox. The packaging alone is so intricate. Okay, again, there's 2 pull tabs. You just pull it out from the box, and then, of course, our favorite sticky tapes. Oh my gosh. Again, Pop Mart packaging department understood the assignment. Okay, so it's coming. This one's a little tight. Okay, and then there's more tape. Oh my gosh, so much tape. Whoever their tape supplier is making bank. Okay, so let's look at the card. So this one is, I love the cards, you guys. This is so detailed. Amazing. So there you go. Look, that's the peony. They're so beautiful in person. So this one is more on the pinkish, kind of like corally color. So that's pretty cool. But it also has some lilac color in there. So let's go ahead and look at the detail. I am so excited. I wish they had more colors on the rose. Like black and red is beautiful, but come on. There's so many different types of rose, you guys. I just wish there was more color on the rose. But anyway, it's still very, very beautiful. So I'm not really complaining about that. It's just, I'm a colorful person, I guess. So let's use this as a stand. Sorry, you guys, I don't have an extra platform. I did not expect to need a platform. Oh my gosh. Wow. First of all, I forgot to talk about the cloud. The cloud are 2 tones. So the other one's like black and red. Look at this one. This one's like a coral pink to white clouds. And then look at this. The peony is in a Chinese character symbol, so it's not in English. It has the lilac back, super gold fins, and then it has like gold all over it. So this is really like metallic gold, you guys. And then the spacemolly logo in there. And then as I turn it around, it has the petal of a peony and then Kenny's Work logo, just like the other one. Wow, I love the color of this one. Come on, this is insane. Okay, so let's look at these. I'm gonna take off the pad ring. And then, oh, wow. So this one has a transparent arms, white gloves, and then it has little tiny balls inside. It has the gold cable that goes from front to the canister, but this one doesn't have the detail of the USA on the canister. It has just the gold canisters. And then again, it has the peony, and then I'm guessing and I'm assuming that this one is the Chinese character for peony as well. So that is super cool. Oh, I cannot wait to see all of them, you guys. This is so insane. So it has a really pink visor. So I'm gonna open that up so that you can see her. Oh, it has a different color mole. But then her lips and her facial tone's the same, and it has a lilac eye color. How cool is the guys? Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys were able to get one of these because wow, super cool. And then here it has the Molly word in gold. You can't see it very well. Oh, there you go. And then it has the peony icon on the other side. How cool. Oh my gosh. Now I'm more excited than ever to see the rest of the collection. This is going to be a fun collection. Oh my gosh. And then of course, similar to the other one, she has like a little container and then the controls for the rocket ship. Wow. Look how beautiful that is. That is amazing. That is amazing, you guys. I cannot wait to see the rest. All right, let's go to box number 3. This is Mongwa. I hope that I'm saying that right, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right, but this is the flower that represents Korea. Korea! I should say it that way, just like any Miss Universe. And then we look at the side view. This is a combination of my 2 favorite colors, light pink, and a mellow yellow. So I cannot wait to see what this looks like in person. And then same with the other side. So let's go ahead and unbox. Again, pull pulling it out very gently. Oop. Okay. So let's look at the card. I love the card, but I wish it was like an authentication card, right? Like, wouldn't that be cooler? Because, I mean, they already have the card. They might as well just put the QR code in there for authentication purposes. Because, like, I don't want to keep all of the boxes. Ta-da! So that is the Mongwa. Again, how beautiful are these? And then the back, and then here's the flower icon that they picked for this one. Cool. Super cool. That's cool. That is super cool. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to display them on the box because you can't really see the beauty of it if it's not like a transparent acrylic. I really want them to be in a transparent acrylic. You can see it better. But the box are really well made. So how about you guys? Like, where are you coming from? What country are you from? Comment down below. And then if you got yours, which one did you prioritize first? Because honestly, these are quite pricey. So it's not like you can buy all of them at the same time. And also, it's hard to get because if you're in TikTok, right? Like, you're not actually required, or you're not allowed, not required, but you're not allowed to purchase it from other TikTok also. Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of opened that wrong. That's okay. It's not broken. Okay, I'm just gonna put this away. And then we'll have our handy dandy stand so we can look at her in detail. Ow! Oh my gosh, there she is. So again, this is the Mongwa flower. Similar to the rest of them, they have flower on the rocket ship. This is a little bit more simpler than the China and similar to the rose. So this is a gradient from pink to like a really, really mellow yellow. So it's almost like ivory. That's the color, so it's not like a bright yellow, okay? But there is a yellow tone to it. And then the pink actually are 3 different pinks. So you have the pink here, and then you have the metallic pink on some parts of the rocket ship. And I would assume that would match the cable also on Molly 100%. And then this one, oh, that is interesting. The petal is not on this side. It is in the front, which is also different. Wait, let me see this one. Oh no, it's the same location. Okay, never mind. I was thinking about the flower icon, which is right here. Okay, so that one's all in the same. Oh my gosh, that just made me nervous. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And then Kenny's work, of course. And then let's look at Molly herself. Let's see how bougie this Molly is. So I'm gonna take off the foam. So this one is, again, it doesn't have the transparent arm. It just have the regular, like a really light yellow ivory color, and then white gloves. Again, it has that matching metallic cable from front to the canister, and then the canister have that like gradient color of pink to the yellow, and then the metallic pink at the bottom of the canister. And then this one also have the flower icon, and I'm assuming again that that's the Korean letters for Mongwa. And then here, let's look at the visor. This one is actually just a clear visor, so it's not similar to the rest of them that has different color visor. This is just a clear visor. And then let's look at the mole is still the black color, and then the lips and the skin tone is the same as the other two. The eyes are the ballerina pink that we're talking about to match the whole outfit and the suit. So this one, it's kind of weird because I thought it was transparent, but there's actually color. So do you see how like it matches my nails almost? That's the color of the visor, but if you put it down, you will not see it because it's really, really faint. So it doesn't look like it's a different color, but it seems like it is. Okay, so let's put her inside the rocket ship. So, you know, again, it's pretty consistent. She fits very well on the rocket ship. You know, if it's moving around, it moves a little bit, but not so much that you should be concerned. And then again, the controls of the rocket ship is there. Ta-da! How cute! Oh my gosh. Okay, out of the 3, my favorite so far, even though these are like my color jam, I really like China. China is like legit pretty beautiful. Because I mean, you know, Molly's originally there. So I guess that's the priority. All right, last one, you guys, last one. And I just realized that I did not put her camcorder. And we didn't talk about it. So let's put her camcorder. So similar to the other ones, the camcorder has the molly on one side and then the flower on the other. It's a little bit more difficult to see this one just because of the color, because all of the flowers are in white. This one kind of fades in to the white of the camcorder. So that one is a little bit of a bummer. But again, you know, unless you're looking at the details, you're actually not gonna see those. But I do. I look at the details, so I see everything. Okay. That's so cool. There you go. And then the last one, I got this directly from Thailand myself. This is the Orchid. This was so hard to find, you guys, and I was really trying to see if I can find one for a friend of mine, but unfortunately, this is the only one I can find. So I will be back there, no problem, and I will continue to hunt for them so I can help some of the friends that I have in the US that are not able to travel, you know, right away. I mean, anyway, oh wait, let's look at the box. What am I doing? So this is kind of like a mint green. I love the mint green. This is the orchid. This is actually the flower that I have for my wedding. So I have a white African orchid, not Thailand specific orchid, but these are green. So the theme is like a gold and the green, very, very fresh. And then this is the side view of Molly. How cute. And then the other side of the box. So that's what it looks like. And then let's look at her. Oh my gosh, now I cannot wait to see the rest of them. This is gonna be the hard part of collecting the series, is you can't see the whole thing. Oh my gosh. But I guess that's the fun part too, right? Like you meet people, you learn about trading, so that's pretty cool. So here is the card that it comes with. How cool is that? And then the back. Ta-da. Oh, and then they also use the Thai letters. How cool. I like that. So now I cannot wait to see the Philippines, and you know, because that's where I'm originally from. So I kind of want to see Kababayan, guys. If you guys have them and you want to trade with me, do it, because I cannot get all of them. I cannot. Oh, and then the flower that they pick for the Philippines is one of my favorite, very fragrant flowers. It is very fragrant. Okay, take her out. Ooh. Sticky tape. So this reminds me of the 400% packaging, actually. Very much like the 400% packaging. Okay. We're almost there. Just unboxing them is taking like 100 million years. 2,000 years later, here it is. Wow. Wow, you guys. Look, this has the same gold, yellow gold as the China. It has two different greens. This one is more on the mint green part, and this one is almost like a lighter blue, like a very, very light sky blue. It has the orchid flower, and then of course the label is in Thai, and then it has that really gold metallic yellow gold, right? And then same with the front with the mint color. Now this one, it is very hard to see on camera, but it also have that two-tone, you know, similar to the other ones. This one has the green and the light blue clouds, and then as we turn the rocket ship around, it has the petal of the orchid and then Canis Work logo. And then let's take her out. Take out this foam. Okay, so as you can see here, the arm suit is a very, very light blue, and then we have that mint green all across the suit. The suit goes from mint green to light blue. So again, the gradient colors, the metallic yellow gold that goes from the front to the canister, and then very similar to the rest of them. So far, the only Mega Spacemolly that is unique is the China one, because it has the little balls inside the suit itself. And then this one has... it's more on the mint green helmet, but it also is very, very faint. So you can barely see it unless you're really looking at the corners of the helmet. So that's what it looks like. And then she has the mole, the signature lips, and the rosy cheeks. And again, the mint green eyes. How cool is that? So compared to all of them, the only ones that has a helmet or a visor that you can see immediately that has a different color is the Rose and the China. The rest of them looks like it's clear, but if you look into the detail, it actually matches the color of each one of the Molly 400%. Okay, and then let's look at the camcorder. So similar to the other one, it has the Molly on one side and the flower on the other side. Oh, this flower is actually in green, so you can see it better compared to the Korea one, because that one was a white flower. Wow. Wow, you guys, this is insane. And then let's put her in. Boop. So similar to the other one, she fits perfectly. And then of course, look how cute. Oh my gosh. Well, wow, that's amazing, right? So these are all of my first 4. And again, I have a few coming in the mail, and I have a few where my personal shoppers are actually really working on it for us to get it together and unbox with all of you. I hope that you love that video, and yeah, let me know what you think. Subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Until next time, bye everybody.